Hello friends, I'm Angeline and I've been super excited to do this full moon reading. I've been feeling really energized and excited, and the full moon is all about culminating something that you've been working really hard on, like stepping into something that you've been working hard on and realizing it and moving into it. And so, excuse me. Also, what's really cool about the full moons these days, and quite separately you know what, let me back up. I'll tell you something about me. I'm an anthropologist who studies hunter-gatherers. And what I notice, I'm out in the desert a lot, camping, sleeping on ancestral lands, looking at sacred sites and studying the petroglyphs and the pictographs out in the Native American land of the Southwest. And what I've noticed over the last few years of diving into this is that the more time I spend outside, the healthier I feel. And the more I sleep with the rhythms of the sun and the moon, the better my sleep is. And recently I've learned about female cycles, syncing them up with the full moon by sleeping near a window or outside during the full moon at least, but as much as you can if possible. Maybe just sleeping on the balcony or something. I know this time of year it's getting cold, but take it for what it is, sleep by a window. It actually helps your monthly cycles be less intense. Your moods will follow them more smoothly. If you get cramps or heavy flow, things like that, they'll be less intense because your body will be synced up with the magnetism of the moon itself. Now, I mean, you can go ahead and say woo-woo to that if you want to, but look at the ocean. The ocean is magnetized by the moon. The whole ocean system is ruled by the moon. So if the moon can affect an entire ocean, certainly it has an effect on us, right? Our teeny tiny little selves. I mean, we must feel it really strongly. So, yeah, so the full moon, the energy of the full moon is about culmination. And then just astrology in general right now, there's a Saturn-Pluto conjunction over the years of 2019, 20, and 21. And what that means is every 35 years, these two come together, and those combined magnetisms and energies create new 35-year cycles, roughly 35 years, every 35 years. So if you're in middle age, you're likely experiencing right now your midlife crisis. If you're a little bit younger, you'll be experiencing a big transition. You're gonna feel it no matter what. You're gonna feel the edginess of wanting to move with this energy, but it's your responsibility to actually, I made some notes here, your responsibility to actually allow this energy to flow and to work with it, because this is a chance, an opportunity you have that, momentum is moving with you over these 3 years that is going to stay with you for the next 35 years. So whatever you make of this time is going to affect basically half of your life. And the full moon is a good time to focus on this because the energies are supporting you being productive, okay? Of manifesting things, what you've been putting into motion, really making the wheels start to turn. So some things you'll notice is that your empathic skills will be enhanced during the full moon. You're going to notice that, they're also going to be enhanced during these 3 years. Especially, this is a really good time to get into meditation or into, your spirituality, tap into your emotions, really get to know reading people. You're going to be really able to do this. The universe is going to support this over the next 3 years, and during this time, start now, forget about 3 years, now. And it's going to feel crazy, it's going to feel weird. All right, I'm actually going to use visual aids because I think that's fun. I've recently gotten back into the Aleister Crowley Tarot, and I used to avoid these cards because I thought they were creepy, but now I've pulled them back out again and looked at them. I think I'm going to start using them more because I think the imagery is really rich and really helpful. So in order to have a full moon, you have the moon, but you also have the sun. See, they're opposite each other. That's what makes a full moon, right? You get the sun, the full power of the sun illuminating the moon. that's what creates the full moon. Okay, so in this time, generally exceptionally energized. Now, this Saturn-Pluto conjunction is going to feel like a smack in the face, the tower. And it is going to bring about the ending of some things, the ending of your old self and the beginning of your new self. Now, you're going to feel like a toddler in this time, you know, like treat yourself like a toddler. Like you don't know what the heck's going on. You're trying to learn to walk and you're trying to learn to do all these new things. And, you know, embrace that feeling, okay? Don't let it deter you from making the changes you need to make. Just realize that you're in the learning phases and go with it. And also realize that you're doing it for the highest and greatest good. Consider the ripple effect, right? When you heal, the people around you heal. And when they heal, the people around them feel. So it's like an exponential opportunity to make the world a better place. So go with it. Be the toddler. Learn the lessons you need. I got my family. Oh, my dog wants out. Will you let her out, please? Let her out. She is my shadow.
She tried to knock down.
I know. She's trying to knock down the glass door. So, yeah. What was I going to say? Oh, yeah. Love. So embrace it. Embrace this as you're going to feel nervous. Let that go. Let it go. Because the more you can embrace this newness and make the changes you need to make, you're actually exponentially raising the vibration of the planet, if that's how you want to talk about it. Or you're just exponentially helping other people. Like they say raising tide raises all ships. That's you. You know, you're the tide in your environment, in your circle of friends, in your family. Do the work now, and you're going to bring everybody up, and you'll see it pay off throughout their lives, and it'll be a really beautiful thing. Have fun doing it. Realize there's no reason to be heavy about this. I mean, what? So you have to, you know, get better at things? Like, why is that a drag, right? Have a good time. And, oh, here's something, yes, this is very important. Sometimes if I'm doing a tarot reading for somebody, and I'm not going to pet you right now, okay? Doing a tarot reading for somebody, and the cards call for some kind of big change, they say, well, all right, I'll work on that. Here's something you have to understand. There doesn't have to be any time passing between you having this attitude and you having this attitude. It can be instantaneous. It takes a shift in your mindset, a paradigm shift. Okay, all you have to do is look at something in a new way, and boom, it's done. Okay, you can make that choice. You can do that. The devil doesn't have to keep hold of you until he decides to let you go. You break the chains. If I decide right now, say I'm an introverted person and I want to learn public speaking, I just have to I sign up for Toastmasters. Just do it and do it, you know? Or just talk to the person who checks me out at the grocery counter. Or just offer somebody that you hardly know or that you speak to very infrequently, offer them a compliment. Like, just do it. Just make the change. Once you make the change, you've made the change. You don't have to work up to it. That is not a requirement of change. You can just change. I understand some things take process, but it's a mindset. It's like, where are you going to? Where are you living in your headspace? You know, oh, I'm just going to sit here and hope that something happens. Or I am going to take steps that make that thing happen because I believe it's happening. I believe that's the new me. So now the new me acts that way. And then pretty soon you just become that way, right? It's as easy as that. It really is. And then, what does this say? I'm trying to read my notes because it's happening. Anyway. Oh, yeah. Okay. So you don't have a choice anyway. It's happening. The Saturn-Pluto conjunction is happening anyway. So you can either miss the boat or you can be on the boat. If you miss the boat, if you do nothing with this energy over the next few years and taking advantage of all the momentum you have with the new full moons, you can do nothing. You will still go into this next 35-year cycle, but the changes won't be as easily supported as they are now. So, you want to do it the hard way or you want to do it the easy way. All right, that's my speech about that, other than accept this new change, enter into a whole new universe that is welcoming you in. Make your life what you want it to be for the next 35 years. Imagine your best life is promised to you for the next 35 years if only you will make it happen. Yeah, that's what we want to do. Okay, so I'm going to get into the tarot card reading for this full moon, and we're going to talk about success, some things that may be on your mind, some ways to move through it, and some advice. So we'll do that right after this word from our sponsor. Halloween and Dia de los Muertos is fast approacheth, and so I have been happily and busily making Dia de los Muertos skulls. These are made in the form of huichol bead art. This is the kind of art I make, and these are available in my Etsy shop. You can link to it through angelinetarot.com. And here's the story. All right, I take these little forms and I cover them with a mixture of beeswax and pine pitch. This one's not quite finished, so you can see. And then I press tiny glass beads into the beeswax and the pine pitch, and that sticks to the form, and it's basically I'm painting with beads. And the symbolism in this is that it's an Aztec custom, the Dia de los Muertos, where we celebrate our ancestors. The veil is thin at the time of of Halloween at the end of October, and the ancestors come back, and we make ofrendas. We make this altar, and we put the pictures of our ancestors all over them and offer them flowers and food. They consume the essence of the flowers and of the food, and that's why at Dia de los Muertos you see so many things that look like death, but they're not. We don't see our ancestors as dead. We see them as spirits that are still with us and always around us and guiding us and being part of our family. They even if you just want to think of it in practical terms, they live on in our memories. Okay, and that's the point. We're celebrating the people that came before us. Now, the symbolism on here, as in particular, is the blue deer. The blue deer is a very important image in huichol imagery. Huichol is, there are people of Mexico whose culture has been undisturbed for thousands of years. 1/3 of the population is our shamans, our medicine people, our healers. Their old ways are very alive. They all practice the old ways and the esoteric parts of the old ways. And the blue deer is what leads the people to the sacred peyote plant, which is right there. That's what I pictured there. The sacred peyote plant. The sacred peyote plant brings when you consume it as a person, it opens your pineal gland and exposes you to other dimensions where teachers live and inform us and give us wisdom that we don't experience in our everyday 3D bodies. We have to open up to these other dimensions, and the sacred peyote plant helps us do that. The blue deer leads us to the sacred peyote plant, and so that's why he's considered a symbol of enlightenment. The red line in the center of his body is his heart line. That's very common, not only in huichol art, but in the fetish art of people throughout the Southwest. If you've seen Zuni fetishes of animals, you'll almost always see them depicted with a heart line, the breath of life. Okay, so these are my things that I've been working on. I'll be finishing this one today and probably a few more, and I'm tossing them up in the Etsy shop so that you can enjoy them for Dia de los Muertos. It's a way that you can support my work and support my channel, and I appreciate it, and it's something for you to enjoy as well. All right, so here we go with our success reading. We have our all-seeing eyes. We also have our beloved ancestors and the sacred blue deer that leads us to enlightenment overlooking the reading. And let's get going. Let's see what major life energy is at play here for you right now. The Wheel of Fortune, timing, divine timing. All right, now the way this came out is it's showing me that you are pushing against your divine timing right now. You may be trying to turn your own wheel of fortune, and you want to be aware of that. Your wheel of fortune is turning. Things seem to actually be going well for you as far as divine timing. You're not bucking it too much, but be aware of where you're trying to force situations that don't seem to be working out. They're not really in the flow. You may be trying to make something happen that it's difficult. Turn your attention to the things that are in the flow, that are in divine timing, just to keep this wheel nice and balanced. You're pushing against it a little bit, and you may be actually holding off some things that you want to happen because you're busy focused on things that are not meant to happen right now. So just keep that in mind. All right, now let's get a little bitty Lenormand message for exactly what to focus this reading on. What's happening for you right now, specifically? Oops. Health. Strong health. Oh. There it is. Ooh, and some things to be aware of. So, okay. Actually, this sounds really good. What your main concern is health. This could be mental health. This could be bodily health. You want to be strong because things will be coming at you, and you want to make sure that you're not tricked into bad habits. Now, at this time of year, we're talking about, or in this phase, we're talking about the Saturn-Pluto conjunction. It's over these 3 years, a 35-year cycle is happening. And so if you're looking after your health now and stay strong now, eat the right foods, get the right exercise, right? And when things come up later, your health will remain strong, even though you've got these, maybe, you got, God forbid, you have some kind of accident or just even seasonal illnesses. Your body will not suffer from them as much, as I mean, this is obvious. I don't need to tell you this, but that's the concern of this reading. So that's the main issue that we're going to be talking about is health in general, mental health, physical health, staying strong, and dealing with curveballs, basically. So as it regards your wheel of fortune, maybe you're trying to have a baby. That could be a divine timing issue where you're forcing your body to do something that is not in divine timing. You need to be in the right, your body knows when is the right time, when it's strong enough to do that kind of thing. And it obviously won't go well, or simply won't happen if your body isn't ready for it. What else could be in divine timing regarding health? Mental health. If you're trying to force yourself to do something at a time of life when you're not ready for it, it could cause you depression. It could cause you, anxiety. It could actually affect your physical health because you're so stressed. Know what you're ready for in this life. There's this song that goes, "You just haven't earned it yet, baby. You just haven't earned it, son." And that's it. I mean, if you're not at a place in your career where you can jump to that place that you want to be because you haven't done the in-between steps that give you the expertise to even succeed at that level, you're putting yourself in a situation where you're basically guaranteeing that you will fail, and at the very least you're going to be extremely stressed out trying to function at this level where you don't have your feet under you yet. So remain mentally strong and healthy. Don't throw your own curveballs at yourself by trying to force life situations that you're just not ready for. Know where you are, know who you are. So think about ways in which you're taking a toll on your own mental or physical health because you're trying to make something happen out of divine order. This is not in the reverse. It's not saying that you are totally blocking your own wheel of fortune or that you're totally trying to turn your own wheel of fortune. It just says, yeah, everything's going along fine, but you're making it harder than it has to be by pushing against it a little bit. All right, so let's find out what are your habits that are shaping your life. Lovers. Two of Cups. Looks like you are very focused on, romance right now. Working cooperatively with others. Get a couple more. Oh, okay. Right. Whoa. Right, there we go. 10 of Cups. Oh, I understand what this is saying. The habits that are shaping your life. All right. You're very much focused on romance, for sure. That's definitely what this is saying. You're trying to bring together a loving situation. You're working well with others. You've actually achieved a phase in life at which you feel that you even deserve this. You know, you feel abundant. You feel like you're good at things. You feel like you've worked on yourself. You feel like you're ready. You're ready to make this love manifest in your life. You're offering your love to somebody, or you are ready for someone to offer their cup of love to you. Perhaps it isn't happening and it's keeping you up nights. Or it is happening and it's keeping you up nights because it's happening with the wrong person. You could be forcing something that isn't with the right person, and it's causing these mental health issues. I think it's kind of interesting, coincidental that I happen to place this, you know, the placement of these cards, the way they fit in screen here. Actually, this mental health card is touching this health card. So I think that's what we're talking about, a mental health issue, depression, anxiety, because you want this 10 of Cups so bad. You want this happy family, this love situation so bad that it's actually causing you a ton of stress. You're taking it out of divine order. You're forcing situations that aren't in your divine timing, and it's causing this stress. It's keeping you from your 10 of Cups. This is working, all this love and working well with others is separating you. You're being separated from this 10 of Cups by all the worry that you're having over this topic. So you have to make a choice. You're having to make a choice, and maybe that's what's giving you this. Maybe it's, you know, maybe you're dating and you're having to choose partners, and you're thinking, oh, maybe this will be the one, maybe this will be the one, maybe this will be the one, and it's not working out, and it's really getting to you. It's causing you to like lose faith, lose hope, or maybe you're choosing that it's time for a divorce. Maybe, you know, you want your marriage to work. You want to work well with others. You're very focused on that. Maybe it's not happening, and you're going to have to make some hard choices about that, how to move forward. If, you know, find yourself some counseling, find your both some counseling, have a divorce, things like that. Okay, so let's find out some hidden factors. Oh, okay, hidden factors. Oh, that all came out. Trapped in your thoughts. Spending time with others, going within, your intuition. New, offering your love, and the King of Swords. The hidden factors are that you have a lot of opportunities that you're not seeing. You're trapped you think you're trapped in a limited number of options to find this happiness, this celebration, this union with others. The thing is that that's never the case. it doesn't even need to be said in the cards. That's never the case. I think there's 2 billion people on this planet. There are infinity options for you to find what you're looking for. What it's going to take is, it's going to take you getting to know yourself much better. This is a time for you to work on your inner self. You need to look for the wisdom within and hone your intuition. Very important. There are secrets that are hiding inside you that you have not become in tune with yet. And they are going to lead you where you want to go, and it probably won't look the way that you think it's going to look. They're going to influence who you make these love offers to, and you will be able to take decisive action, and you won't feel like this. Look at this, how they showed up right next to each other. This is a person blindfolded, doesn't know which to choose. One option is just as good as another, caught up in their emotions, all this water everywhere in the moon, so much emotions going on. You're overwhelmed with your emotions. You've been being guided by your emotions. The King of Swords is not guided by his emotions at all. He sits firm in his knowledge, and he cuts with that sword. He makes decisive actions, and that is where you will be as regards love if you do some inner healing. You're going to feel much stronger in your health, and these curveballs that get thrown at you are not going to faze you because you're going to see them for what they are. Your intuition is going to jump right in and tell you yes, no, there's no maybe. So what's some new help that is becoming available to you at this time of the full moon? 6 of Pentacles, 6 of Swords. Wow, cool. Okay, interesting. Oh, okay. Harsh words or heartbreak. Interesting. Oh, I really like that. Okay. I know, heartbreak. I really like that. The moon. Whoa. Okay, do we have any more? Do more want to come out? Let's see. It's kind of feeling like not. One more shuffle. All right. So we have some new help that's coming in. Is very stable help. We've got 6 of Pentacles, reciprocity in practical matters. Maybe you have a coworker that's helping you move your career ahead, or maybe you are having, maybe some money's coming your way, and then you're going to be able to use that for the self-growth that you need. Also, 6 of Swords, that's finding new horizons for yourself. Even a heartbreak is going to be helpful. And another thing that's helpful right now is not knowing how things are going to turn out. Do you see what I mean? The Wheel of Fortune is all about divine timing. When we have to know what's going to happen at every moment of our life, we're not allowing things to unfold in right order. What's helpful right now is not knowing how things are going to unfold. You don't have to turn your Wheel of Fortune, because it's turning itself by you taking correct action, healthy action in your life, healthy attitudes, moving toward your highest and greatest good for you inside yourself that doesn't involve the participation of other people around you, just you. You don't even have to know how it's working. It's working, okay? These are hidden things that it's just the way it is. You are not God. I'm sorry to break the news to you. I know, I think I am too. I think we all suffer from that on a daily basis, but you're not. And there's a lot you're not going to know. And you have to have faith in that. If there's been people that have been breaking your heart, that is actually helping you. It's helping you not cling to something that would be unhealthy. You don't want to be stuck in a situation that's unhealthy. Or let's say you're already in a marriage and it's not working for you, something about it isn't working for you. The heartbreak is giving you momentum. It's a catalyst to make you want to move forward with your life. You have to grow. And in this full moon is a perfect time to embrace anything that you've been contemplating that helps you achieve that end, to help you grow. New help, yeah, some stability in money or stability in something that you can see, taste, touch, and feel is coming in for you. And I think it's money. I think something about your money is balancing out that's going to allow you to spend a little on your self-improvement. That's the new help. Now, some advice, the direction to take. You just heard my husband sneeze. He is the loudest sneezer in the universe. When the kids were small, he'd wake the babies with it. Ugh, imagine. This happens in the dead of night sometimes. I think that the world's ending. Oh, here's another one that's in here. All right, so your advice is accept the hardships. Let's move this up so you can see it better. I think you can see that better now. Yeah, okay, sorry about that. Okay, your advice is take the lessons that you've learned. You're a little battle weary. We all are. That's why health is coming up as a concern. Mental health is coming up as a concern. And it's making you feel, he does not look like he's in a good mental state. You know, he looks paranoid. He looks defensive. He looks exhausted, but he's still there. You know, he's standing strong. He's defending what's his. But this is such an exhausting energy to stay in. What your advice is to take the spiritual lessons that you've learned up until now or get some spirituality into your life and turn this battle-weary energy into hope. Instead of looking back at all of this nonsense that you've had to deal with, look forward at all the lessons. Take all the lessons that's taught you and look forward to what it will mean for new things that you're waiting to grow. Look for this. These are the things that you've planted and you're waiting for them to harvest. And that's something that you can have hope for. There's absolutely no point in looking back at all of the spilled cups when you have 2 cups right here. Okay, so there's 2 things we're waiting for here. You're waiting for things to pay off, basically. Would things just work out already? And you're looking for love. You're looking for that 2 of cups, right? You want that 2 of cups. Well, guess what? The 2 of cups, you already have the 2 of cups. The 2 of cups is with you. Time is not something that exists, okay? This is kind of esoteric, but there's no true definition of time that shows it moves forward or backward. It's just a state of perception. And when you live in the state of perception that you have the love that you want, that you feel the feeling of what it's like to have that love that you want. You live that love that you want. You actually do have the love that you want. If you come upon somebody that is actually vibrating at the exact same rate, at the exact same time, they're going to come into harmony with your vibe, and they're going to it's just going to be natural. It's just going to be fated. It's just going to be the right thing at the right time. Just live in your highest and best self, and you're going to attract that energy into your life. Now, if we're talking about a current relationship that is that's currently you're having some trouble with, or that you're trying to make the best of, even, be your best self, and realize that you have everything it takes at this moment for piece of happiness that you need. You just have to be it. That's as simple as I can say it. You have to be it. And as we say, when you heal yourself, you heal the people around you. And it's an exponential process, because then they heal the people around them, etc., etc. So your work here during this full moon phase is to work on your inner self, work on healing your inner self and boosting your own intuition. That's what these cards are saying. It will help you transform stressed out energy into hopeful energy, which will help you find hope in the things that are coming, and you'll have more of a glass half full attitude, and you'll be able to see what you actually already have. You could be in a relationship right now even that you're being hypercritical of, and you think it's not the right one. Meanwhile, if you were able to get your mental health in order, get your stresses going, get out of this energy and into the hope energy, you may be able to harvest this right now. You could actually be having those 2 cups, instead of turning your back on those 2 cups and looking all, woe is me about the whole thing. You could see those 2 cups as this instead. That's just a perception issue. And you would already be standing in exactly the thing that you already want. It's a mental health issue. It's a perception issue. It's a decision to change your paradigm. And let's get one Buddha wisdom card to close out the reading. Be the one who is awake. Shine in radiance of spirit. Exactly. Be the one who is awake. That's your work. This is your success reading. Work on these things and you will be having success.